Hello guys, this is the Hexagon Zero and welcome back to another Multiplayer Monday. Alrighty then, we are on Wavebreaker. I hope, because I've gotten these map names so wrong so many times. And we're actually having a hard time breaking this grate, and then I figure, you know what? When you can't kill it once, kill it overkill. Yeah, anyway, this is a nice window to look out of, and I actually miss horribly with anything I fire for the first 2 minutes. Except for the C4, because it's kind of hard to miss with C4. You just, you know, you point and shoot, really. But then eventually I do get that guy. But anyway, I'm using the M240B, which is a bullet hose. I have called it that many times before, but I've got a reflex sight on it, a L906... Or maybe it's just a standard suppressor. I think it's just a standard suppressor, but I feel like it's an L906 suppressor with a laser sight on it and a bipod. I do have grips for it unlocked. I've got an angled grip, a stubby grip, a ergo grip, and a folding stock, I believe, but folding grip. But I don't have any of those attached because I kind of prefer to use the M240B for defense and or aggressive defense, if that makes any sense. Now I'm just rhyming. But yeah, inside of Wavebreaker, there's this giant submarine bay and a whole bunch of passageways and catwalks you can climb on top of. And unless you are really good at moving and staying hidden, I would not recommend going out of the catwalks, as you can die very, very quickly. But anyway, I am the last man in my squad of 2, so you'll be seeing that for a while, for the first couple minutes. But I'm just kind of staying here waiting for my squad mate to spawn on me so we can kind of get a little bit of a ninja, maybe base cap or kill him from behind the lines, because I've got a suppressor on, so which means they can't see me from radar and stuff like that. But watch this. I get on top of the ship, watch my left, I get shot with an AWS a couple times, and then I die almost immediately by Epic Grizzly. Ow. Dude, that hurt. And you are incredibly accurate, too. But anyway, I noticed that I'm the only guy in the squad, so I find a squad of 4 and transfer out of that. There we go. Yeah. So this is the only kit I end up using for basically the entire time here. Because the support... what's been going on with my support kit recently is that I've been using it a heck of a lot of times, and I originally started out with the AWS and I got up to 317 kills with that, and then I transferred to the MG4 and I'm up to 314 kills with that, and I'm now using the M240B, which is basically the next one down the list, and I am working my way down the list, essentially getting up to about 300 or something kills, just below my M98B, which is 320 kills. So yeah, there's also some news I want to talk about, and it's going to take me a minute to remember it here. Hold on, what is it? SR61? No, not really much in there. I unlocked the Hunter Superior Scope 20 times. And I've got a bipod on it, so essentially it's my long-range weapon for sniping, that is, and it is fantastic. Because for some reason, I'm able to guess distances and adjust accordingly almost perfectly every single time. And it's great because since it's on a bipod, typically I don't have to worry about scope sway, so, you know, that's good. What else? Let's see... There's some other news. Watch Dogs, they recently did a multiplayer release of just kind of what it looks like. And there's a couple game modes. I don't find them that interesting. I mean, I might play them, just kind of explore them, but that doesn't look too interesting. But apparently, a lot of people have been saying Watch Dogs is incredibly silly. And that's a phone call. Hold on. Oh, no, it got picked up. Good. Excellent. They've been saying it's quite silly because there's something called digital trips that you can go on, where essentially you get like a digital drug, and it looks like you insert it into your ear, and it makes you think things, like, apparently there's zombies. There's one where you fight off hordes of, like, a horde of zombies or something like that. But my favorite one, with the looks of it, looks like the spider tank, which looks really cool. And yeah, so people have been saying it's really silly, and honestly, that's perfectly fine with me. And that's what happens when the submarine collapses. By the way, you can blow out the support struts. I believe 5 need to be destroyed, maybe even 4, because I've used 3 C4 on one and it didn't fall down. And then I've used 3 more on 3 different support struts, and then it falls down. So I'm not sure. It's between 3 and 6. Actually, it's between 4 and 6. So yeah. Anyway, it crushes mostly everything that's underneath it. Sadly, I don't get the kills for it, and I'm actually just testing to see how far I can rotate there. Pretty far. But yeah, so it falls down, crushes mostly everything in it, and underneath it, that is, and it's cool. Yeah. And I keep on trying to get kills with it. I think I've gotten 1 kill with it. I exploded the C4 and it killed someone. This is what I do. I run in there, I put down 3 C4 on the support struts, I run away, I blow it, I drop down an ammo kit so I can get some more ammo, and essentially 1 C4, then I put the C4 on 3 more support struts, and then I kind of run away and hide in a defensive position that I can easily kill stuff with. And I wait for someone to start capping the objective, because typically that's what happens. In the very beginning, E is very contested, and then I blow it when I see the objective starting to be capped. And I think I've gotten 1 kill once, and then I've crushed 2 other people, but you don't get the kills for the crush. So yeah, slight problem there. What else? The attack boats can get in here. They're very annoying too. This guy's about to get crushed. Or destroyed, or whatever. There he goes. Wow, some other news. There's a whole bunch of stuff. The Atari... I'm not sure. It's been all over Facebook and Twitter and a whole bunch of stuff like that, but back a long time ago, back in the late 90s, or actually no, back in the late 1900s? Oh god. Essentially, like, between 1970 and 1980, 1990 and all that stuff, there was an Atari game that was supposedly buried in the desert. And it was the E.T. game. And it was an infamous myth for a really long time. And they only just dug it up. And it turned out to be true. So I found that really cool. And so all the people who still own their Ataris are now going, ha 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 ha, we can play this E.T. game. And now these guys are trying to make it away onto the catwalk. But somehow I get him without my bipod deploying. Wait for his buddy to creep around the corner, get him. His buddy will creep around the corner. And I don't get him because I run out of bullets. And that's the downside with the MT-40B. It's got an incredible fire rate, but it has a low amount of bullets. And so essentially, I know there's at least 3, maybe 2 guys over there right now. So I'm not going to try and deploy my bipod and kill them because I'll get shot quite quickly. So I hatch a C4 right there and wait for them to come around the corner. And then this guy on my left, right about now, he pops up and begins to look down. He gets shot a couple times, wise enough to get out of the way. Most people aren't, surprisingly. We're waiting around. I'm waiting for them to come through. I think he gets blown up by a grenade. Yep, there it is. And they think that's me. And then I blow it. I get that guy who decided to run around the corner. And then I reload because I've got a squad mate beside me who can at least take some of the damage before he dies. Which he doesn't, by the way. Anyway, they've set up down there. They're both lying down on the ground. I'm not going to be able to set up in time to get them. And eventually, the guy with the MK-153 SMAW blows my face off. And I don't know how, but somehow the enemy models, the character models, can look like they're gloating. Went through a kill cam. I don't know how, but they do. It's weird. What other stuff can I talk about? I really got nothing. There's some other gaming news, but it's mostly inconsequential. Oh, right! Since I've got a lot of Assassin's Creed footage, I'm not going to be able to actually tell you guys about this until really later on, but Assassin's Creed has announced a 4-player co-op mode, which is kind of it's a co-op mode and not as an like a multiplayer. Yeah, it is multiplayer because it's more than one person, duh. But I mean, like it's a kind of like a single player with 4 people. You know, if you've ever played the Far Cry 3, it's kind of like that, which is cool and awesome. And I'm wondering how they're gonna do it, because that sounds really cool. Because you don't often see, because what I'm imagining is like the single player as it is now, coupled with the ability to like have more people essentially doing that, which either to me sounds like incredibly large groups of enemies, or there was a guy there, I knew that, I saw him on the minimap, but or very tactical usage, like maybe higher detection on guards or stuff like that. And preferably a big area too, you don't want to all be fighting in tiny castle areas. And in retrospect, what I just did was probably a bad idea. I should have not peeked out of the corner. So I died, paid for it dearly. Oh, and actually, in a video that I should be posting yesterday and or today, probably yesterday, along with the, if you've already seen it, the Matimio footage, which I don't actually see him or play with him, he just happened to be. And what I was trying to do here, because I knew the little bird was probably going to rotate around to the left, I was just waiting until maybe I could get it with C4, but false hopes. But yeah, the Matimio footage should have been posted yesterday. There's nothing great about it. Didn't actually see him, it's just kind of on the same server. He didn't say anything either, but, you know. Maybe his footage of that will pop up later if he was indeed recording it. Recording it. Now, I was going to hop down and grab that attack boat from that guy, but he got it before I could think about it more. I was just talking about something, now I can't remember.
I set C4.
Oh, yeah, there was a round I played, actually, right after this one, on Gulf of Oman. For some reason, the server had a little bit of a glitch, and it decided to give us Gulf of Oman when it was supposed to be a carrier assault only server. But it gave us Gulf of Oman, and we all played through it, kind of grumbling about it that it wasn't carrier assault, but we all played through it. It was on Conquest, by the way. And it was pretty even teams. Well, at least it ended up being even teams. And the final, the last time I looked at the ticket count, it was 167 to 40. And we were the 40. Right, so we were losing. We weren't doing too hot. And then we capped almost all the objectives. On Gulf of Oman, there's like hundreds of objectives. We capped almost all of them. And it was just about, I was sniping with the SRR-61, because, you know, I love to snipe on Gulf of Oman. And we won by 1 ticket. By 1 ticket. A while back, DICE posted some footage on their Facebook, released on their Facebook, or over whatever account system. And anyway, it was talk about a close round, and it was like 46-0. Well, I've got some footage that shows 1 ticket to 0 tickets. I'm gonna send this into DICE, and hopefully they'll pick it up, because 1-0 on a map on a round like that, where there was basically a full server of 32 versus 32 on Conquest on Gulf of Oman, with jets flying every which way, and the transport chopper disabled for some stupid reason. It was pretty awesome, and I kind of wish I recorded it. I recorded just the ending, like the score screen and all that, but nothing else. And right now, we're inside of the carrier. We pushed up, we've armed the A objective. I'm trying to get a better position so I can watch these doorways and make sure nobody runs through. Like, right. Yeah, I look to the left here, and then I look back, and I look to the left again, and then I see the door open, and I don't get the guy. But I managed to get a squad suppression assist. The door opens again, and I just kind of fire randomly in there, kind of down the corridor. I get some people. And I really hate the guy who's throwing flares everywhere, because flares are honestly so annoying. I mean, they serve no purpose other than to blind people with infrared scopes, but no one ever really uses those anyway, so I don't get the point of them. I mean, unless the commander can see them, like as marked objectives, like to maybe deploy some sort of new commander area of effect ability, like squads get healing inside of this area, I don't know. That, to me, that would sound really cool, actually. That's not a bad idea. But right now I'm covering this doorway here, and it's probably a stupid idea because most of our team is pushed up down below, and I'm just waiting for anybody trying to backflank. But that doesn't happen, because I've been killed by a couple people who do backflanks before, but no one decided to do it this time. We get the objective, so we're like, okay, whatever, might as well reinforce the doors. This guy decides to check around corners for some reason. I have no idea. Of course, I did the same thing, and I set up the bipod MT40B, kill him, and I get my payback on Fee Bomber. That was our carrier, and I believe our objective gets armed almost immediately, and I'm talking like that was quick. They must have been waiting. But anyway, we won. 42-24. Not bad. Anyway. That's it for this week's Multiplayer Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've got about 30 seconds left before this video ends, and I have no idea what to say. I wasn't exactly prepared for this one. I'm recording this on Sunday, but you know. Anyway, if you haven't seen the footage that I talked about, the Matimia footage and the really close game footage, go ahead and check that out. They're not very long, each of them, so yeah. Have a nice time. I will see you guys next week. Yeah. This is the Hexagon Zero, signing out.